Network. Welcome to a special edition of the Blue Jays Strike Zone home opener. Not in Toronto, in Dunedin, Florida, at TD Ballpark in Dunedin, Florida. Marty Roberts should have been a Blue Jay, all right. Marty Roberts, old lefty, 22, Jimmy Key's favorite person there, okay, with us. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm a little bit concerned already. You take 2 out of 3 from the New York Yankees. Great job. Everybody's in. Lose 2 out of 3 to the Texas Rangers. And now we got news that George Springer, who their prized offseason $150 million acquisition, who was supposed to start today, is now out longer with, I don't know what you want to call this. I'm concerned here. Marty, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm a little concerned with the Springer situation. The hitting, I think, will come around with the Jays, but Springer is a little concerning that he tweaked it just running some bases yesterday, and now they're setting him for an MRI. So to me, you don't send him to an MRI unless you think that there's something seriously wrong there. So I guess they're preparing for the worst, hoping for the best, and hopefully they come out differently with this home opener. And the bats get going, and Strickland throws a good game.
Now, like I mentioned, 2 out of 3 for New York, losing 2 out of 3 to Texas. They come back at 500, 3-3. I'm disappointed. At least they're not 4-2. Okay. Now they're playing the Angels, who are somewhat off to a good start, 4-2, beating White Sox and everything like that. They play their home opener in again Dunedin, 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock. 3 games, and the fourth game is going to be at 1 o'clock. Blue Jays have a little bit of, I would say, they know what they're doing in their ballpark because they played there all spring. So that's a little bit of an advantage, don't you think?
Yeah, they should be comfortable. They've been there. They know the area, the ballpark. They should be comfortable being back, so-called home. And Anaheim has to come, across the country to play there. But we'll see. Like you said, coming. I was expecting them to be 4-2 as well, somewhere around there, maybe. Uh, Beating the Yankees now just got eliminated by allowing Texas to take them in this series, right? So they have to clean this up and beat the teams that they should be beating, and that gives them some leeway a little bit down the line. So hopefully they show up and play a little bit better versus the Angels.
Because they gotta this. I'm not gonna say it's must win, but they got 4 games against the Angels, and then 3 the Yankees come calling here. So if they don't win this series, from being winning 2 out of 3 in New York to start off the year to having like a little bit of a losing streak, and now with Springer, like I said, gone. And okay, I'm not gonna start controversy, but maybe I should. All right, maybe I should. Now, Charlie Montoyo, okay, he's a good manager. He's a good manager, but in managing baseball over the years, it's how you control a bullpen. Okay, how you control your pitchers. You have Ryu 7, 8, 6, 2 runs or whatever. Okay, then you call the bullpen. You bring in a guy to pitch to 3 guys. Now it's automatic 3 guys. Then another guy. Every game he uses 3, 4, 6, 7, 10 pitchers. You're killing the bullpen, and the season didn't even start. Your thoughts?
Yeah, that was my one concern coming into this year. I wrote Montoya last year pretty hard with his decisions on the bullpen. I was hoping he was just because of the shortened season. That's the way he was doing things. So far early in the year, this is the same thing he was doing last year. First 3 games, he had 6 pitchers used in each one of the first 3 games, and especially when you got a starting pitcher going 6 innings, and today Ryu going 7, and you still use 3 pitchers for 1 inning. You use the next inning, use 2 guys to go in, Meza and Dolis. So he's got to straighten that out. It's going to be a long season. Guys are going to get tired. Guys could get injured, and then that just makes it a lot more difficult on this team if the bullpen isn't as strong as they are.
All right, so you got maybe 2, 3 years older than me, okay? Only 2, 3 years older, okay? April 7th, 1977, is the Blue Jays debut, okay? They debuted in their birthday suit at Exhibition Stadium, snowing. Chicago White Sox, okay? Give me your memories. 44 years ago, April 7th, 1977, an exhibition. I know you're going to say you were there. Okay, I want to see the flick and stub. I want to see everything. But no, can you believe what a way? Like, think about this. Now teams and owners waste 200, $300 billion to buy the team, do a stadium and all that, and start out the year snow and all that. Imagine you rewind it 44 years ago. You think that Major League Baseball wouldn't find a way to cancel that game and just okay, we're going to play a doubleheader on April 8th?
Yeah, I don't think they were ever going to cancel a game no matter what. It was the first game. But do you think Major League Baseball after that game was thinking, did we make the right decision coming to Toronto? Thinking that it might be like this until, June. But, I was still young enough. I wasn't at the ball game. My old man might have been there. But there was no better place to go watch a game than Exhibition Stadium, sitting out in the outfield, being out there with the rowdy guys, drinking their beer. It was a great experience watching games out there. The atmosphere at the, Skydome Rogers Center is not the same as what it was at Exhibition Stadium. And hopefully, if the Jays ever do build another stadium, they build it more of, I guess, fan friendly, so more atmosphere, more excitement in the game, not just a cement block.
So that brings up a question. First of all, there are rumors now that the Blue Jays are going to get a new stadium time for 2025. Also, rumors that 2024-25 they're going to get another All Star game. But that brings up the stadium. A question: do you think they need a new stadium?
I do. I said it for the last couple of years. I think they need a new stadium. It's when that dome is closed, it's just
Yeah. But
it's
when it's
dead in there.
open,
It's
there's
great.
no better place
Yep.
to be. Like I
Yep.
think like today, sunny, 20 degrees, perfect weather. When it's open, there's no better place to be.
No, it's a great watching when the dome's open. When it's closed, it's just all
It's like
congested,
that.
dark in there. It's not a very fun place to watch a game. Now, hopefully, if they do a new stadium, they are putting a roof on. It'll be more like a Texas Rangers type roof where you still get light coming through and it brings more excitement to the game. And put some natural grass down there instead of this turf stuff and make it a real ball yard.
Okay, so you mentioned Exhibition Stadium. Okay, me and you are around the same age. Okay, give me your one of your favorite memories of Exhibition Stadium because I remember, and I'm gonna say this, and call I take it from Billy because it's cheap. He's a cheapskate. Okay, the $2 during the CNA Dominion or whatever, sitting in the bleachers. I still remember going, and you had him on Rob Ducey going to a doubleheader. I think it was the New York Yankees, and Rob Ducey's one of his first games. He hit a double to win the game in extra innings. And like there was nothing. And you're right. People complain about Exhibition Stadium, okay, but there was no. Again, of course, it's first time you're watching baseball in Canada and everything. There was no feeling. It's like walking through Maple Leaf Gardens and you hear or smell the chestnuts and all that. When you're walking into Exhibition Stadium and the grandstand there, and of course it was amazing for football. The Argos there
Yeah.
and Argos Hamilton games. Like beer and the profanities and everything like that. But for Blue Jays, I think personally, Exhibition Stadium when it was like 25, 28 degrees, sitting across from like the grandstand where those metal benches there,
Yeah.
just your shirt off. Yes, I had to take off my shirt. Okay, my hair was in place. Sorry, Bill. All right, but what do you think? What was your memories there?
Memories. Every year in school, we'd have a class trip and we would go to a Jays game and we'd sit out in the outfield and it was just an amazing time. Kids it would be packed. The grandstand in left field would just be of all students. It'd just be a great time out there watching. The one I do remember, and I'm almost certain it was Dave Righetti that threw the ball over the right field fence. Was it not?
Yes.
Right. So that was one thing that sticks in my mind is him tossing it well past the outfield fence. And that's the one thing I that stuck in my mind is him throwing that ball over that right field fence. But other than that, I love going down there when it was school and you were with all your classmates. You got time off being in the classroom. You get to go watch the Blue Jays. There is no better feeling than watching it from there.
I remember before it closed, I was one of the lucky people, and Norm was with me, I think, and we took a tour of the Blue Jays clubhouse, and it was already like a parking lot before Exhibition Stadium
Yep.
was. Well, now it's like BMO Field, right? But before there was it just brought back, and I was maybe 17, 16 at the time, just all these memories that you had when, you watched George Bell finally catching that ball, 1985,
Yep.
Dole Alexander, the games, and you also remember the rain delays and snow and the wind and all that. I don't think there'll be another stadium like Exhibition Stadium.
Yeah, I don't think so. It won't be in Toronto because they need to make sure that they can play their games on a regular basis with no rainouts, no snowouts. So you can bet there's going to be some type of enclosure for if they do build a new stadium. But the atmosphere is not going to be the same ever as it was at Exhibition Stadium.
Yeah. All right. So this home opener, getting back to tonight's game, the Blue Jays and Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Go ahead. Who's your call there? And the Blue Jays got to bounce back, or else they're going to have a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah, they definitely need to pick it up and outside of a couple guys hitting the ball, the rest have really struggled. Like Tellez has not had a hit yet. I think he's 0
Yeah.
for 16. He's just
Even
really
Biggio.
struggling. And Biggio, like Grichuk batting 400 to start the season off. Everyone was writing him off as being the odd man out here. He might be the guy that keeps his team together until all these guys come back and they're healthy and going, right? So I expect a bounce back. I expect Stripling to do, what he did the first game, get some ground balls, get out of the innings, and the Jays come on the right side of a 4-3 victory over Anaheim.
That's one of your favorite scores.
It
All right.
is.
So Marty, tell everybody how they could get a hold of you social media wise. And tomorrow, being a Friday, you're back on the sports wrap up with some guy with hair. And who do you have on? Who's your special guest?
There are special guests tomorrow. Will be a former Major League ball player and national player for Team Canada. Pete Orr will be joining us at 6 o'clock on the Fired Up Network on the Sports Wrap Up. Now, if you want to reach me before then, you can reach me on Twitter at oldlefty22, and I'll reply to you if you send anything to me.
All right, and the guy with the good hair means Billy. I'm not going to say his moniker, but Billy, just Billy, just Billy. All right. So stay tuned for more group programming here on Fired Up Network Friday at 6 p.m. Marty and Billy, the sports wrap up with former Major League Baseball player Pete Orr, Canadian. That will be a great conversation. Check it out, and let's go Jays. We need a victory tonight for their home opener, or should I say, home away from home opener in Dunedin. But thanks a lot, Marty.
All right. See you, Joe.